Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Recently, I've been trying to make Alekhin's defense work, but I couldn't make it. So I came back to French defense and Caro-Kann. I tried to make Caro-Kann work, and there is still only one computerish line that I cannot make digestible for the regular Joe or Jane. So I will keep working, I will keep trying. I'm not gonna give up. But until then, I'll play some blitz to stay in shape as much as I can. And this stream is one of the ways for me to achieve that. I'll play blitz until somebody requests to play against me, or maybe a game analysis, or maybe you have something else in mind. Recently I played an engine match. I mean, a match against the engine, and it was fun. I also did some hand and brain. It was also fun. So if you have anything unconventional that you would like to try, go ahead. I'm open for any suggestion. So without further ado, let's start playing. We'll play 5-minute games because it's harder for people to use engine to cheat, and still I should have enough time to comment on the game itself. Wish me luck. Laser God, long time no see. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. Something like that. I can't even remember. It's yeah, a friend of mine trains to be a hairdresser, and she didn't manage to do a haircut well, so we decided to chop it all off. Okay, knight c3, d5. We are playing Alekhin's defense. So, okay, this is a peaceful player. 2500, wow, nice. This is a good player. This is a good player. So, yeah, okay, I'll take the queen. Bishop f5. Hello, Anuran, how are you, mate? How are you? Okay, bishop d7. I don't understand his gameplay. What is he trying to do? Bishop f3, maybe. Okay, I'll take the knight. And I will castle long. Pardon. And I don't like the way his king stands. But okay, bishop b5. And now we have e5 due to this pin. Okay, e6. Bishop e7. And we'll put the bishop on d6 maybe. Bishop c4. You came just at the very start of the stream, Anuran, so you haven't missed anything. Bishop d5, I like the bishop on this diagonal. If he takes, I'll be even more happier because my, hello Rasta, because my pieces would tend to be much better than his, especially the bishops. Okay, rook h1. Okay, sir, you got the exchange you desired. So he will most likely bolster, yes, the rook I'll take. And after this move, he goes king d3, rook d5, and let's see how the story goes. I don't think any of us can have advantage in this rook endgame. While I wait, let me just do a shout out for our fellow streamer while I still have the time. Okay, king d7, he might try c4. All right, and okay, rook h5, h3, king d6. We're doing fine at the moment. Hey, you're always welcome, Rasta. You're always welcome, man. Thank you for stopping by. Really, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, let's see. If I go a5, he'll go b5. It shouldn't be so bad for me, should it? Okay, okay. He got the pawn, though. Yeah. This. So he might go king e4. Actually, he might go king e4, h5, and we'll go for rook. Okay, take. And now we're opening up the file, so maybe we'll have some compensation. King c6 to defend the b7 pawn thanks to his rook b3. He might... No problem. No problem. I'll be more than grateful. Okay. We'll go here. He might go g6. Choshno, warrior, how are you, mate? Welcome. How are you, man? How is life? f5. Okay, let's dump this guy. Okay. Takes. Okay, if I take, what is happening? d5, king c5. What am I missing? Okay. Okay, and after this move, we are chopping off this pawn. So he must go for the rook b3. But his entire pawn structure should be gone. Yeah. So he'll... Oh, now I get it. He has c6. And he can claim that he wins. Well done. I'll ask for a rematch. Maybe he will go for it. What did I play? I think I played d4. Okay, we'll try the proper London system now. I mean, accelerated London, pardon. Okay, I have e4. So this is a slight change towards the repertoire I usually play. Never mind, it's okay. We'll see how the story goes. Okay, I'll take, he'll take, and bishop g5. h6. Here. He might go g5. But okay. Bishop e6, knight f3. It's okay, just slowly. Okay, queen to c2. All right, bishop to c4. Let's exchange those bishops and put pressure on e5. Never mind, it was lost. I think it was lost. The game is very instructive, so as soon as my opponent leaves is the moment when I will analyze the game. Okay, so what will he play? What will he play? b5. Okay, knight to a5. Now c6 creaks. And okay, rook c8. Okay. It's time to fight for the d file. In the semi-open, semi-symmetrical positions, side that controls the open file is the one that has a big advantage. Okay, this might be a problem. I'm not afraid of his knight f4 yet. Queen to b3. No, he has queen c5. What are you trying to do? Okay, rook d2. Queen c5. Rook d2. He might take, but I should be faster on the d file. Okay. Knight c5 and then knight e6. Okay, this time before. So he might go knight e6. Exactly. And now we do have some control over the file. Rook d6, he has knight d4. If I go with the rook here, rook here, knight d4, he will cut me off. But I have rook c6. But knight d4 attacks the queen. Very slick. Okay. Let's move the king from the check. Queen b3. Okay, we got the d5 square for ourselves. This is something that makes me happy. But he'll get d4. Okay. And then what? All right. Okay. On queen b4, knight c6 comes and I will collect the d4 pawn. Okay, queen b5. He'll go to e4, most likely. I assume this is a sharp game. So, okay, what do you threaten? Knight on b3. Knight goes to c5. Very sharp. He has queen, bishop e5. His bishop is now very strong. Rook c3. Okay, here I go. Queen e5, rook d3. Rook d3. Now if I take, he takes, the rook drops. So I hope I'm doing everything all right. We'll put a queen here to avoid this pin. And now we have, we might have a passed pawn. a3, thank you. Thank you. Pro Blades, how are you, mate? How is your life? Okay, and now f5 is coming, right? How do I make him suffer? Okay. g4. Yeah, I am. I said it. There is a friend who trains to be a hairdresser and she messed up. She messed up the hairdressing part, so we had to settle with this. All right. Okay. Now where does he go? Queen b3 and knight d3 would be fantastic. So, yeah, I'm weak on the dark squares. He will definitely try to exploit it. And time is running short for our friend c5. Very nice. Knight e4, there is knight f6 threat. And actually, now we have b5, which is nice. Queen e5. Okay, and then what? b5. He'll give check, we go to f2. I'm not gonna give up the knight yet. But he does have queen f4. Okay, never mind. He's catching up on time. What did he play? Rook b6. Now I'll take. Okay. he'll play something along the lines of yeah, and I'll offer a draw. Dude, you're not gonna win. But okay. Alright. He wants to flag. Very well. Flag. Things people do. Where is your king going now? Nowhere. Now this. And he has f4. Now I just need time. All I need is time. Yep. Okay. Come. No problem. You see, these are precisely the people I hate, because it's a draw and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you a draw. I will flag you. Very well. Threefold. Maybe he'll play another one. This is a good player, but I think he'll leave. He cannot get any more points off of me, and yes, these are the people that leave. And let's analyze the previous game, because I lost it and I really think I could have drew that game. Okay, I'm slightly better, never mind. I don't think the opening play was that poor. c3, bishop b5, very well. e6, yeah, you're slightly better, whatever. Okay, still fine. Slightly better, but nothing big. And now I misplayed here. King d6, f4, a5, yeah. g4. He's better. Yeah, he wins. He wins this. Not once, yeah, okay. Oh, he doesn't. f5 takes exactly 5. And this was the error. Yeah, I just needed to play rook e4. I saw rook e4, but I got greedy because I thought that after this move I'm collecting all the pawns, but c6 is a neat tactics that saved him, allowed him to win. Okay, never mind. We'll play another game. We haven't lost much of the points, and again I cannot get enough games. 23-29, we are aborting the game. You see? Yeah, Pro Blades, how are you, man? How is your haircut doing? Come on, man. Give me the game. Yeah. And once again, it's like I'm a grandmaster. I cannot find the game. There you go. 23-30. Okay, we'll play accelerated London system. c3. Maybe he'll go here. No. e3. Okay. Queen b3. Okay, and I have this. and we'll go for knight c2. Now b5 I have king here. On knight f6 I have a3. Okay, so he needs to chop off the knight. e3, no, not anymore. Rook e1, and we are going to aim for f3 and d4. And that's the point why I am omitting knight f3. I want to have this f3 e4 at my disposal. g4. We have a lot of space now. h4, pardon. If he plays h5, he won't have this square for the knight, so I like this. Okay, bishop h3. So now if he ever plays e5, there is and this check, does it bring anything? Not quite. Doesn't bring a lot to him. e4. e4. So he may give a check, king d1. I still don't see how will he penetrate king d8. Very well. Okay, let's take, we open up the file here, and okay, we'll play knight to g3 and knight to f5. This guy is annoying, but not that much. And okay, bishop d6. So that's your brilliant master plan. Okay, and if I play something like this, now g7 and d6 are under attack. So he must definitely take up give me the bishop, which is nice. I like my bishop, and notice that the black bishops are now off the board. So my knight can now hop to b4, putting pressure on d5. And his knight a4 will be met with king c2, which is a fantastic square for my king. I like it. And now I can start sieging his d-pawn with rook e5, for example. Definitely, I prefer the e-file for my rook. And now I have rook e5, hitting the d5. So he must play knight b6. And now we need to start seeking exactly f4. He might play f6, which is fine. Rook e6, both pieces are under attack. Now d5 is creaking, and I will not. Okay, take. h5 is also under pressure. I'm not gonna give up the bishop. I'll play this, and then let me see. Very well. King d1, bishop f3 is on the menu. Okay, king. Nice. Okay. He has knight a4, that's the problem. Exactly. And now knight to d7 here, and we are heading to c2. Here, king f4, and now he is okay, knight c7. Now I'm winning. I'm simply winning. Yeah, endgame play. Endgame play. People are not working a lot on their endgames, and that's not good. We'll try the Alekhine defense for a change. Just for a change. Okay, I'll take. And this might turn into a Petrov defense if he takes en passant. Maybe. Maybe it won't. Let's see what he will choose. c4. Very well. d4. Knight c6. And I need this bishop outside of the pawn chain, so he will go to g4 most likely. Bishop g4 and e6. Oh man, he has knight d4. He has knight d4 tactics. Bishop on f5. Let's move before he finds it. Yeah, I mean, he had knight d4. Definitely it worked for him. It had to. Very well. Okay, I'll take it. Queen d3, a5. So he doesn't have b4. Bishop c5. Now we are holding the line with the bishop. There is no a3 b4 ideas at the moment. Queen d7, rook d8. Maybe we'll play h6 next to prevent bishop g5. Sorry, that's okay. Okay, I get it. Queen d7. He'll go to e4. All right. Rook d8. b4 doesn't work for him yet. On a3 we must play a4. But now dc3 is and no, it's not yet. Oh, I'll take a look, Nuran, after the game. No problem. No problem, we'll take a look. Thanks, man. Okay. Let's take a look. What will he play? b6. I'll give him the bishop in order to bolster my d4 point. Okay. Okay. King f8. We'll put the king here. And my plan, I mean, he has better piece coordination. I cannot take that away from him, I admit. But I should be able to make something out of nothing with h6. Knight f6. Okay. Takes, and then he has g7 threat. And should I care? No. I am a piece up, and I do have a center. So when he plays this, I go king e8, queen g7, rook f8, bishop h6. I just keep my mouth shut. d3. And my minor pieces should start playing. Maybe he'll play something like this. Definitely complex. Okay, We have double attack, so he'll play queen g7, definitely. Rook f8, and now he must take on d8. No, on b6. Very well. What do we play? And how? Hello Max, how are you, mate? How is life? Okay, so now he'll take on d4. Most likely. Yeah. Okay, I'll chop off the bishop, and now we have queen c7 hitting h2, and b2 is hanging, and he might go for rook d1. Most likely, that's what I would do. But I might chop off the bishop. Okay, I have tactics working for me. If he takes, I take with the queen. He takes with the rook. There is checkmate on the front. Okay, queen b6. Okay, queen to b6. If he takes here, we take on f2 and checkmate. So he cannot go there yet, and there is a rook f2 idea, king f2 e5, or e5 immediately, or even bishop c5, or bishop e5. There are ways. e5 is the most direct. Okay, and e5. Kartik Balak, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Okay, e5. If he takes now the same idea, queen f2, and there will be checkmates coming. Okay. Uh-huh. Queen e4, takes. Okay, what do I do then? He'll take with the check. All right. Rook g8. And we have rook g4. Queen takes, and we'll take here. Again, favorably simplifying the position. Okay. Bishop c5. So he'll take here. Okay, here I am. And he goes for, this is check. Okay, he won. Okay, let's play. Let's honor our friend first. And okay, let's go. Yeah. d5, bishop g4. It's some sort of French. I'll play c6. Takes, bishop c5, queen b6. I would like him to take on c5, if possible. Thank you. Thank you very much. Knight on d7. Not yet. I'm playing against a viewer. So after the game, I'll definitely take a look. But let's honor the viewer first. I'll take here because I don't want to give him any attacking chances. And now we play some Caro-Kann structure where we know what to do. The game is called c5 break, but not yet. Not yet. We'll put this rook to c8. because we might need the rook for f6. Knight b6. Now I want to see him make a move. And okay, there might be b6, but I don't like that move yet. I'll play f6. And okay, f5. Very well. Let's see. Where can I go now? Time to regroup. Time to regroup. He'll go for b4. a6, b5. Very well. I'll take. I don't know what he was trying to play, but okay, rook a4. d4 is now under attack. Okay, we have this. He'll play rook d3, most likely. Do I need this? No. We have this routing. King f7. If he takes, we'll take like this because we'll have a great route for the knight. Rook on d8. Now d4 is under attack, and I don't think he can defend it. This. Yeah, I don't think he can defend d4. I'll just take. All right. So on rook a7, we'll collect on c5, and we'll be fine. A lot of nice squares for the knight are available, so okay, we'll take. Okay, and let me see. Okay, rook b5. No, I'll take it like this. Like this. Okay, and where can I go now? Knight f2 should work. King f2 here, and I will collect the bishop with the passed c pawn. So definitely something that should work for me. If he doesn't want to play that move, what can he play then? Okay, knight here. He will collect. He has every right to do that. He will collect on h7, and I go for e5. And yeah, on e5 there is f4 for my king and g5. So he must play h4. But then again, there is c3 with tempo. c3, his bishop is under attack. He may not go bishop c2 due to rook d2 check, and the bishop falls. And I do have this move. So now if he collects, then the rook falls. If he gives check, I can simply go king f4. And he resigned. I will... Okay, sir, you got a rematch, but why did you make a rated game? For the love of God. People see that I'm weak and they want easy points. That's the explanation. So let's try to make him earn those points. Okay, bishop e3. I don't see what will he play next. Let me take. Bishop e2, we are hitting the knight, which should give us enough tempo to finish our development. I mean, notice that, nice. Very well, I'll take. I'll take the knight. Okay, I'm paying the price. Knight f3. You have only 2 developed pieces, I have 3. Castling is on the menu, and now what can I do? There is queen b3, and we'll put this rook on the d file. And now we fight for the d file. Again, in semi-symmetrical positions, control of the only open d file gives an advantage. So let's do something like this. Bishop c6 takes, I collect the rook. Okay, rook, easy c5, easy. No, we'll drop the, okay, g5. And then what? g4. Okay, let me go here, and on g4 I will simply collect. Or is there anything? Okay, I'll just collect. No, wait. We can go like this. And now I collect. Okay. Now let me think how to make this work. All right. Okay. Knight g4. He'll go g3 most likely. All right. Take. f3. g3. Knight goes to g4. And we are still holding the line. It's very dangerous. He might be even winning. Knight e5. Exactly. Exactly. Check, check, check. He might be winning this one. Definitely. Okay, very well. Very well. Rooks come. Yeah. This must be winning for him. f3 is the simplest, I assume. Queen f2. Queen b3. Okay. Now what? Is he going for b5? Maybe. Queen d1. Yeah, it's lost. Okay. Yeah, he shouldn't have made it rated game, but okay. What can I say? Okay. d5. We'll play in the... Okay, so you play this. Let me play something that will give me development. Development. The most important. Okay. Okay, I'll take. And I have knight d4. e5. c3. Okay, knight c6. Bishop c5. a4. We are not allowing b4. Very well, we run and okay. Queen e7. Now let's see. We go to f4. Now he is the one who needs to make the choice. Okay. And then c4, and then I've got nothing. Is that the catch? c4. Okay, so you are not threatening anything yet. All right. We'll put this rook on the d file. Okay, queen c5. What have I missed? That. It's not such a big deal, is it? It shouldn't be. Why is this so familiar to me? Knight f3, d6. Is this some Najdorf Anuran? Knight c6, f3, bishop e7, b5, castles, b7, h4, knight. He's still thinking, okay. Seven, okay. a3, rook b8, g4, d5, knight f6, g5, okay. b4, d6. Giri course. I'm looking at blindfolded while I wait for his move, Anuran, and this seems like mainline Najdorf. Okay, so he took. Okay, bishop c6, very well. And now we have a complex. And then you just collect everything, right? Is that your idea? No. Rook d6. We are fighting for the file. So we'll play queen d7 most likely. What do I get? Not much. g5. Okay. Now let's see. On rook d4, I must chase away with c5. I don't have to play c5 immediately. I can play queen e5 first. So, in my opinion, Anuran, that line is sharp. But, yeah, let me see. Did you castle? Black, yes. Yeah, it's sharp. The reason why I don't like to play Najdorf. Too much prep, too much everything. It's not my style. It's not my style. And we'll take a look. I don't know what will he play next. I mean, I have a lot of weaknesses in my position that are easy to attack. So, I mean, his pawn structure is much healthier. He would love to play the pawn endgame. Rook e1. Okay, let's put the queen on e5. He won't have e5 push. And I do have the d file now. So it's time to play slow chess, slowly to try to improve. So we'll play king g7, h6 to bolster g5, and then we'll take it from there. King g7. h5, maybe even g4 can work. Why not? b4. So he would like to take there. All right. f6. So he doesn't have e5. And c3 is hanging now. So yes, he will have a passed pawn. But when he takes here and I play queen a5, I will attack both of the weak pawns. And his e5, I don't know how well it will work. It might work. Queen c3, okay, let's take it here and see what will he do after takes. Most likely he'll take. I would still take on a5 and then play e5 in the previous position. So on this move, I would still take on a5 and then play e5. I think this was the better course of action, because in the rook endgame he would have a lot of counterplay. But now, what do you play? Rook b7. All right, and then what? Take. He'll take with a check. Or even, yeah, he'll take with a check. And then we have, yeah, king g6, and I don't know. He cannot step on this diagonal. All of the squares are under attack, and queen d1 threatens. I would like to play with rook d1 and queen a1, actually, with checkmate threats. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll actually do that. Queen d4. There is no e5 yet. And there is e5. Okay. Very well. And you'll take. Okay, I'll take and play. What can I play here? Nothing. This will be a draw. This is a draw. There is nothing either of us can do. And I'll offer a draw. All pawns on the same side and nothing. Okay. 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 Sir, it's your time to make a move. Okay, and knight to g1. You take, I collect the knight. You drop back, I drop my my bishop. So what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? How will you What will you play now? If he collects on h4 and I collect the knight, that's horrible for his pawn structure. But this, okay, bishop on c4. Now his light squares are weak. Takes, gladly. Takes. And I'm happy with this position. Bishop g4. Queen to c2. Now we'll play knight e4 at some point. At some point. It doesn't have to be immediately. Run. Should have taken immediately, actually, without h3. This was imprecise. I should have taken on a5 immediately. Okay. Show me the money, sir. All right, knight f3. And now what? b5. Bishop on d3, okay. And will castle. c5, very well, will castle. And he has c4, but I do have bishop f5 because f5 square is very weak for black. So I'm actually very happy. Queen c7. We got g4, don't we? And we collect on g4, we collect the bishop and the pawn, and his light squares are abysmal. Knight g4 doesn't work due to hg, bishop g4 doesn't work due to hg, and let's see. I don't think I have blundered anything. I really don't think I have blundered anything. And if he must go to g6, I'll take here, and I'm fine. Knight d4, knight f5. Why am I the one who is standing here poorly? Rook ad 1, queen a5, a3. Queen c7, king g2. Let's bolster our defenses a little, just a little. Okay, knight d4 should come next, and knight f5. I really think this should be fine for white. We exchange everything and just obliterate him. Very well. C2. Okay, king g1. Nothing bad yet is happening. Knight d4 will come. I hope I haven't blundered, but yeah, this piece setup is slightly loose. I still have this pin, and knight d4 is coming, so on knight d4 I'll just chop it off and play knight f5, opening up the d file and attacking on the king side. So definitely black is the one who needs to find a way to save this game, to find the counterplay. I'm fine. I'm 2 pawns up. And I really think that knight d4 coming with tempo should work. Knight d4. Okay, and now what? The queen must retreat. She must. Okay, and let me see. After this move, is there anything that... Knight f5. We are hitting the rook and here, and of course I will collect. I mean, I have knight h6 working for me as well. So I don't see what is he planning to do. Rook d7 is a disaster. I mean, because on rook d7 I collect here, he takes with the rook, I take a free knight. So he needs to put the rook maybe on d3. Okay, and I'll take it here because we have the pin. Okay, knight f5. The queen may not move due to a checkmate. So this is something that he is hoping for. And I take, and then he would have queen g3 with perpetual, but of course g3 would be defended, and I immediately play knight f3 next, and there is no salvation for him. And queen g7 is next. Maybe the computer can find a more the stronger continuation, but frankly I don't care. I have 3 extra pawns. I know how to win this, and I will simplify because his only counterplay is my weak king. My king is weak thanks to this g4 move that was forced for me to play to gain some advantage, and after queen g7 he takes and I take. Knight f3 will come attacking the pawn with the tempo, and my rooks will penetrate the only open file, exchanging at least one pair of rooks, and it's easy. I will gradually win the game. And of course he's contemplating this. This is his idea. But I can take, and even if he cannot take. He can take twice, pardon. So he doesn't want to. Very well. Knight f3. We are hitting g5. And there might be some ideas with rook d7, so I don't care about this pawn. Even if he does play rook e3, I play knight g5, and the attack is just overwhelming. I mean, I can take once. Knight g4. Is that the catch? Okay. Give me a second. Okay, here I am. And okay, there is no... Knight e5. All right, I'll take. And he'll take with something, maybe with the rook. But if he takes with the rook, then I have queen h6. If he takes with the queen, what do I have? Rook. Okay, check. Where do you go? This is the only move. Uh-huh. Check. We'll go here. And after this move, I don't see any counterplay for him. Knight will take the queen, hitting the rook with tempo, and we'll live. Exactly. Rook g5, king h8. Okay. So he wants to collect a piece. That's his idea. All right. Where do we go? King e7. Well, okay. Okay, king e7, we have knight c8. That's one check, but we don't have to. We can play knight b7, and yeah, of course. Uh-huh. Nice try. Mhm. Very well. King. Now he'll go here, most likely. And I think that rook h1 works, because if he takes on d6, I take here with a check, and I drop back to h2. And his rook d2 does not work. Knight f5. Very well. Aha. All right. And now wait a second. Did I just misplay? I must have. Yeah. I just misplayed the whole game. And he has this to collect. Okay. He has this, rook d1, king here, and I take. He takes this, king f2, no, king f1. Here, actually, no. Damn it. And now he'll take here. Run. He comes here. Okay, uncomplicated this so much. All right. I misplayed this entirely. Okay. Let's see what he plays next. d5. Okay, knight f6. Okay. c5 will grab some space because he doesn't want to. Okay. This. Castles. Takes, bishop d6. And let's see what he plays now. Takes, knight d7. Maybe he'll play d4, queen b6, rook a c8, takes and the attack on the knight. So let's see how he defends that. And mind you, takes, there is bishop c2 now. All right, queen to a5, takes, there is bishop c2 again, hitting the c2 point. So I don't know what will he play. c4, there is b5, and I'll be happy with that position. It should be good enough for me. Well, b5. So if he goes with knight on b5, I mean, he will stand poorly. I have queen c3, for example. Yeah. Takes. Queen c3, knight is in danger. And we are attacking 3 times the c2 square. So he needs to play maybe knight d3. But in that case, I play queen d4 and I collect a pawn. So, yeah, now his whole center collapses on rook b1, bishop c2, rook c1, pardon, rook c1, I take here. He takes the queen, I can take the rook, and I'm still better. Yeah, definitely his position collapses. I don't think I blundered. I don't. E4, c5, knight f3, d6. d4, cd, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, bishop g5. This is neither. E6, f3, yf3, bishop e7, queen d2, b5. Castles long, b7, h4, knight bd7, king b1, castles short, a3, g4, d5. Okay, queen d4, rook is pinned. I will chop off the knight now and collect on e5. His entire position now collapses. Takes with the knight, g5, knight h5. He takes d5. Okay, knight g3, rook g1. Exchanges b4 and whoa, that's sharp. And I don't like it for black. I'm looking at Anuran's position that he pasted in the chat. I'm looking at blindfolded because I'm in the game with the viewer, but I can still look at the position. I don't need a board. I can play blindfolded. And maybe objective assessment would be chances for both sides, but I like it more for white. I really like it for white, but I don't like the position at all. It does not suit my style. So the catch here is that e5 is hanging, his rook is pinned, and this rook is also hanging. It is not developed. a4, Okay. Before. There is a tactic, rook c2, because this rook cannot take because of the pin. Queen must take, and my queen will collect the rook. But I want to keep the position close. I'm not going to give him a chance with uh, b takes a4 or him taking on b5. So I'm playing b4, and I'm patient. I'm very patient because I have positional advantage, which means it will not evaporate. It will not disappear. It's a permanent advantage, and I have an extra pawn. E5 pawn will not escape, and once that pawn drops, my pawns will start rolling, and I should have decisive advantage. His queenside majority versus these two is practically stifled due to the weakness on c3. So even if he does play c4, I can collect with en passant. So not to mention that I will have rook c3, rook c2. Now he needs to take with the queen, and I just take the rook and the pawn. There is just too much to defend. Check. So he might have something like this, but let me see, I have even intermediate move. And I end up with an extra piece. So if he takes the queen, I take his, yeah. And I can actually collect with the queen. And now we have knight c5, knight e4. So I'm standing just fine at the moment. But let me see, is there anything that I can do to make this easier for myself? Queen d4, I'm protecting both pawns. And now I have knight e5. And we don't see white's counterplay at the moment, except something like a6 and queen b7. But black's counterplay is very simple. View of, okay, we'll play g5. No. Queen to c5. So we can play rook c8. Even this. We have knight to d3 and then knight to f4. Which is something that I might actually deploy. We just need to not hurry in these positions, and everything will be fine. We have static advantage of, I don't know, three extra pawns. So there is no c-file for the white, so he cannot improve his attack. Knight d3, now I'm defending the pawn on b4 and I'm attacking the rook. So the question is, what does he play? If he plays rook f3, I have knight e1, and then I will, exactly, knight e1. Now the bishop will be chopped off, and his king is very naked. Therefore, he should collapse in couple of moves. Once this, yeah, takes, and I'll collect this pawn. And I can give this pawn for the b3 pawn. It's just that simple. There is check collecting the b3 pawn. Yeah, check. takes. This is the idea, yeah. And I have this. Okay. And I have this. With queen going here. And I'm defending my rook. I can give him couple of pawns. It doesn't matter. I have like 5 extra pawns. All I want is to exchange the rooks and play the queen endgame. Queen b8. Now my queen defends everything. And she's on perfect spot because now we play b3, b2 all the way. And there is nothing he can do to stop it. He has no attack on the king. It's just ridiculous. Queen b6. b2. Rook b1. h6. This was his only counterplay. The weakness of the back rank. And yeah, now he resigns. d4. Knight f3. The London setup. h3. I'm not going to allow him bishop g4, and on this move I actually have nice play because I don't know what will he play next in the center of the board. Okay, we can take, and I wonder how he takes. Okay, bishop c4. Now this is a soft spot for him. Castles. f5. I'll take. And I can take here because his knight is hanging. Take. Oh, I'm losing a piece due to this move. Exactly. Okay. Bad combination. Damn it. Bad combination. Let's try to make it work, but it's not gonna work, is it? We'll just take. Right. G3 and yeah. Okay. All right. That's it. Bad combination is a bad combination. 3-3. Okay, I think he had enough. So let us analyze. No, he didn't. Yeah. e5. d6. Anuran, Giri recommended that line that you showed. Bishop d7. c4, f4. Oh, my son. Okay, very well. Actually, what am I doing? I just take. Okay, this. e4. Takes, c5, d5, d3, bishop on c6. Why not? Okay, queen to d7. f5. Mhm. What if I take? What if I simply take and play this? Takes, and let me see. Takes. Do you have anything here? No. Oh well. He does. He does have. I misplaced. I misplayed. He has this move. Well, not really. He can take like this and collect on g7. So he is better. Even this. This actually wins straight out. Well, not quite. Yeah. And yeah, it's okay. d4. It's astonishing how he... Okay. Time to... Okay. This. Okay, he'll go g5. e5. Yeah, I'll take the queen. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. b3, d5. All right. Knight f3. Bishop on d6. Let's go like this. Castle. Hop. All right. c5. Okay, and let me see. h6. He might play g4. Queen e1. All right. Bishop h7. And now let's take a look how to break this position. No, here I am. Bishop f3. I misplayed it again. Okay, we are attacking twice. 3 times. He defends twice. So he must play d4 now. He absolutely must. Or he can simply relinquish the tension in the center of the board. That's also a solution. Queen g3. Okay, 5, bishop. All right. f6. No checkmate anymore. Now what? Now what? g1. We are defending, and now a high 4. I'll take. You'll take. Okay, and after f5, you'll take, I'll take, no, I'll take it like this. And let me see. What is it that you have? If I, nothing. C4. I think I didn't blunder anything. After this move, we simply have rook e7 or even rook d8. Rook d8, let's be safe and bolster our pieces there. Queen g4 might come. And on queen g4, what do we play indeed? Okay. Then what? Move. Move from any checks. Oh my god, queen c5. You blind idiot. And I'm setting it up for a reason. And I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up for a reason. I'm playing c4 and oh, he might play something like this now. Yeah. On c3 I do have a check. I actually won't do it. I'll play bishop e7. That bishop is dead. On this move we have queen b6 check. So next one would be, okay. He would love to have this. So I'm not gonna give it. Okay, knight c5. If he takes here, we can consider it a positional sacrifice. It doesn't matter. But there will be rook d3 with doubling on the rook on the d file. So that should actually be felt. Rook and the bishop both hang. Queen e7. And I would love to see his response. Yeah. b5. Takes, takes. I'm still having a beautiful knight on d3. CD3, no. Okay, E4 is hanging. You take, I take. Well, I can take immediately, actually. Now let's take a look. We play F5. We play F5. All right. Now let's see. H4 takes, king. Okay, queen A3. C3, A2, everything hangs. I would love to introduce my rook into the game. Same goes for his rook, but his rook is actually better than my F8 rook. So taking here and then sieging this guy would be fantastic. But if I take here, he has C4. Okay. Aha, I see what to do. Takes, there is queen A2, queen E2, and then he takes on C4. All right. Now the bishop is under attack. And if he moves him, for example, like this, I have rook C3 and I do get some attacking chances on the king. Some rook H3 ideas. Not yet. But then, yeah. Bishop E6, rook C3, and knight G3 collects the rook. And that should be important. Okay. I'll double. Well done. Thank you, Gopher. Thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you. Let me do a shout out while I still have time. Fellow streamer, check him out. Give me a second. The chat is scrolling up, so I need to copy paste Tanuran's game to take a look. Okay, bishop e6, rook c3. So yeah, it will be an intense game. Rook d3. Okay. Okay, there is tactics. What is there? Yes, there is. Okay, there is a tactic. Knight f2. Hitting both, yeah, and now when he goes there, okay, I need to attack both of these pieces. How do I get a queen there? Very well. I'll take it like this. One idea is to put this pawn all the way to a3, and then the queen goes to, pardon, what the hell is going on? Then the queen goes to a3, and since she is protected by the pawn, rook cannot take, because then my pawn on a3 would take here and we win. g6. Here we go. We need a king because his two minor pieces simply achieve more. They coordinate better, and my king has no good squares to hide. So we'll use the poor positioning of his king to actually play a winning endgame. Okay. Okay. He doesn't have rook d7 because my queen will chop it off, so his bishop needs to move. g5. Let's open up his king a little. Let's try to make bishop c6. Okay. If I go here, what does he have? One check, and that's all there is. Okay, we are attacking this guy and this guy. So, okay, you have every right to play that move. Here I am. And he might play bishop d5 next. Which is completely fine. As a move, on rook d6, king e5 should be enough. Yeah. Now we have check. And another check. And let's go g4, f4, pardon. Bishop f3. Here I am, and okay, king d6, rook d5, no, king g7. All right, your move. How do you defend a2 pawn? You don't. Very well, this one will cost you a piece. This one must cost him a piece. King d6, if he plays this, I just give the queen for the two minor pieces, for the two pieces, and my pawn is the one who is blazing towards the queening square. He doesn't have rook d8 anymore, and after a3, I really don't care about his ideas. King d5, he doesn't have rook e5, and I can play something like, let me see, something like this. He doesn't have this move. And let me see, after this move, his king is in danger. King here. All right, now you need to move. a2. And there is queen g3. This with the queen move. And thank you very much. We are playing against the bishop. We put everything on black and he's busted. Okay. Keep jerking around with me. Okay, check. And this is mate. Okay. You got yourself a rematch, sir. Okay, fine. I know how to win this. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Goofer. Okay, bishop d3. Knight h5. Here, he needs to pay. I want something. You can be. Goofer, you can. You can. Please don't fall into some sort of a little bit of study and a lot of play. Okay, I'll give him the bishop. Because we have a good... No, you don't need books. You don't need books. You don't need books at all. Okay, let me see. After e4, he has... I mean, his light squares, they must be... They must be abysmal. Okay, and after bishop c4, no, I'm not gonna play that move. c3, king f1. Our rook is useful on the h file. Queen c7, f5 is creaking, so he needs to play rook, queen f6. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Takes, and now let me see. Bishop c4, where do you go? No. He has bishop e6, pardon. Okay, let's give him a check. But then he develops. Then he develops. And what do I achieve? Nothing. What is the move here? Yes, but that opening is very hard to play, Goofer. Very hard to play. So what do I do to make him suffer? How? He shouldn't be able to meet this. Bishop f7. And then g4. Knight c6, bishop f7. So it's his... I'm just misplaying this so poorly. Queen d5. Is this the move that he's about to play? Okay. Good for you. Good for you, buddy. Okay. b6 might be on the menu. True. Queen c7. Rook d7. Yeah. How do you defend this for the law? God, don't. There's no way to defend this. Check. Check. All right. Fair enough. 17 points. Can you believe this? Bye. Bye. Okay. One by one. Let me first see if I had anything in this game. He's winning. Tra la 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 la. Okay. He's winning. Blah 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 blah. Okay. F5. E4. Take. Okay. E3. King f1. D6. Queen f6. Knight d2. c5. Rook h5, of course. And this, yeah, I knew it. This is the moment when I... Okay. Tools. Okay. Now let's do Anuran's position. E4. Give me a second, please. C5. Knight f3. D6. D4. CD4. Najdorf. Takes. Knight c3. a6. Bishop g5. e6. What's this? Okay, f4 is the main move. Bishop e7. Okay, queen d2. b5. Very well, castles long. Bishop b7. Why do you go with the bishop to b7 when f3 is strong as a rock? Well, he needs to play d5 at some point, I guess. h4. Knight bd7. Okay, logical setup so far. king b1, castles, a3, rook b8, g4, white means business, g4, d5, yeah, he needs to, d5 takes, knight f6, g5, knight h5, takes on d5, and there was knight g3. Okay, I don't like knight g3. I don't like it. Takes, this guy takes, b4, a before, bishop before d6. And this is the end of the line. And as I have said, I like white more. Yes, black has something. But yeah, this is a nasty pin. Yes, this might become dangerous. But I do have some knight f5 ideas. I do have g6 and h5 ideas opening up the king side. There is a typical sacrifice with g6. There is a takes f7, slightly uncovering the king. So I don't know, maybe this is easier to play with white, maybe. But I don't like this type of position, because this type of position doesn't favor chess knowledge. This is about tactical skill. There is no anything about knowledge here. No endgame, no pawn structures, no nothing. This is all about street fight. Some guy will play more actively than you do, and you're busted. And when computer gives you 000, then you stay away from that line. I don't like this type of chess, because I don't know what am I playing for. For example, what does white go for? What is white's next move? Okay, let's play the engines, queen c7. Okay, so he needs to defend. Why not be greedy and take? And then say something like this. You see, one small mistake, and already the evaluation is black is winning. Look at this. No, I don't like this type of chess. Not my cup of tea. King's Indian, I assume. Gopher, you were talking about. And let's go with the opening of Explorer. Where are you, man? Tools, opening Explorer. Okay. d4, knight f6, e4, g6, knight c3, d6, e4, bishop g7, and okay. There was knight f3, castles, bishop e2, e5, castles, knight c6, d5, he must, and now I think b4 was played. Yeah, the bayonet attack by yeah. I like bishop a3. I like, yeah, so this is something that Kramnik introduced. Yeah. Bishop a3, b6, takes, Okay, let's go a little bit more. Rook a5, bishop b4, rook a8, a4, knight on e8. This is not the position I had in mind. And although engine gives 0.6, this can be played with black. It's not what I had in mind. Queen b3, okay. Rook b8. This is not it. No, this is not the line. Because f5 goes here. And the point was to play knight g5 and knight e6. But the idea is when he attacks the pawn on e6 after this pawn takes, that you have this knight on c3, so you can hop on d5. And that's what killed the King's Indian, but not in this game, not in this line. It's not it. So although the engine gives 0.5 to the white, I actually think the chances are equal for the low level rated players. Okay, yeah, that's the problem, Goofer. It's very theoretical. You need to memorize a lot of lines, and then you need to know how to play the middle game. And middle game is very dynamic. And I don't know what to say. I don't like that opening because it just does not suit my style. It's not simple enough. Okay, let's go knight f6. Let's try something new against this guy. d6. So he might play c4. That should be the strongest continuation. Yeah, he misplayed. Because now my knight can come to f6, and this is a completely different game. And he's playing two useless moves. So let's go bishop f5. Okay, knight f6. That's the catch. That's the whole point. Now I don't have to go to the poor b6 square. And now he's giving me a good square on c5. So let's go this knight to d7. Bishop will go to f6 and then to e5 to chop off one pair of minor pieces. This is something that I need so much. Just one pair of knights to leave the board, and I'm happy. I'm so happy. And if he collects great. Now I have enough space for my pieces. He might go for g4, but it doesn't matter. Knight on d7, and now we go for queen on f6. Oh, damn it. Damn it, he had g4 and collecting a piece. Thank God he didn't see that. Queen to f6. Okay, oh, he can take. Oh man, why am I blundering so much? He can take and then collect on a7. He is simply better. Queen f2. g4 is about to come. Okay, knight on b6. We are attacking c4, bishop on d7. We are evacuating our bishop, and now we have nearly saved ourselves. Yeah, he has this. Yeah, knight c5 will go queen d4 and seek compensation otherwise. The other way. queen d4, b6, he may go here, queen b4. Okay, takes. Knight comes here and threatens knight g3. He missed a tactic. And this is coming. This, rook b2, rook b2. Now the question is, how do we win this? Okay, he loses a knight. Okay, nice start. Nice start. So let's take a look at our other opponent. Who will come? How will he play? I have misplayed the position. Okay, let's go knight f3 a little. c5. Okay, g3. Castles. e5. d3. Here. Okay, let's go for e4. Okay. Okay, c3. He doesn't have b5 yet because if I take, yeah, his rook will fall. Okay. Knight fd2. We'll play f4 next. Okay. And I'm dropping. Oh man. Not good. Rook a3. And I'm dropping a piece. Okay, I had enough. Let's try for a rematch, but I don't think he will accept. I think this guy left, yeah. Okay, let's stick to the good old London. Okay, he wants to play some sort of Dutch defense. Fair enough. Bishop c4, he's not gonna castle yet. Nice, now this is different. Knight e5. Here. Very well. Bishop g7. Knight f3. Now we'll chop off and play knight e5. But let's play safely first. Because my white bishop can still be useful. His white bishop, well, it's hard. Okay, knight e5. Oh, he has queen b4 that I have missed. Okay. Okay, sir. I admit I missed that one. c3. Let me chop it off. Now is the time. I cannot wait any longer, so he needs to take fe. He needs to take fe and claim that he will get enough counterplay on the f-file and on my weak king. So we'll, yeah, c3. And he might play f4. That's not bad for him. Not bad at all. Bishop e6. g3. I'm not gonna allow f4 yet. And let's take a look. Okay. Queen d2. cd will be fine. He could have g5, but then h4. Very well, h4, nothing yet. For him, he needs rook c8. We'll castle, then and contest a c-file. But not in a way he wants. Queen a6 looks nice. Looks very nice. cd4, queen a6. And I cannot castle. Yeah, very nice move, queen a6. Castles. I have no choice. I must. He might try to double. And then we can play, yeah. a3, maybe bishop b3. Rook c1 and then this. Yeah, and he can claim that he has the control over the c file with this move. I wouldn't be surprised if he... Yeah, queen b3 takes, and now I'm offering a trade. And his mating attack actually diminishes. Now this plan doesn't have the same strength as with one or two rooks on the board. And his rook cannot move. Okay. Can I go like this? Yes, I can. I can be greedy and go for the c file with the queen c1 because his rook cannot move, and this square is taken by my knight. So he can only, yeah, he can only give me the c file, and maybe he'll go for the queen b3, and I will gladly play that endgame because my knight is better than his bishop. So definitely something that I would just adore to play, because look how my knight and pawn synergize. Knight controls g4 and my pawns control these black squares, so he cannot penetrate into my position, and now I just need to move with my king. There is enough space for me to enter into his position, and everything is fine for white. g5, I might as well pass. Not yet. No need for that. I'll just take. Okay, so he is doing good. Okay, sir, and now what do I do? Where do I go? Very well. This. Okay, and how do we attack this guy? Knight d3. Still no